Gears to Hollywood by way of Cannes. Miramax has pulled off a major digital deal. The film studio has signed an agreement with Netflix that will see Miramax movies streamed through the subscription service starting in June. It's reportedly worth $100 million over 5 years. The deal helps Netflix feed its need for content. As for why Miramax made the move, we're joined by the CEO, Mike Lang, in a Bloomberg West exclusive. Mike comes to us from Cannes, France, where he's attending the Cannes International Film Festival. Mike, welcome to Bloomberg West. Thanks for your time. He's wearing the tuxedo. We pulled him away from the party to tell us more about the deal. You're part of the new team at Miramax, the team post-Disney. What does this say about the new Miramax? Because you've been making this big push into digital.
Sure. Well, I think first and foremost, this is an incredible library with 775 films that there's significant pent-up demand, and digital is a very big part of that, John. And Netflix is a first step of many more digital deals that we plan to do, and clearly send a signal that consumers want this content anywhere, anytime, and a great company like Netflix to deliver that is exactly what we want to do at Miramax.
Of course, there's a question of how much content is worth. It's been reported this deal's worth about $100 million over 5 years. What was the toughest part of this negotiation? Did it come down to price? Was that the sticky issue?
No, I think the biggest issue is whether we wanted to be exclusive or not, to be honest with you. And we decided to go non-exclusive for two reasons. Number one is we feel it's important as content owners to allow a number of players to participate in the market, not only other digital players like, say, a Hulu or an Amazon, but also some of the paid TV operators. And second is we realize, similar to maybe the lessons of the music industry, that having one just dominant player at the end of the day may not be good for anyone. And so we hope that our deal in some ways will kind of send a signal as to other players to come on in and to create a very robust digital market for content.
Hey, Mike, Corey Johnson here in Bloomberg San Francisco newsroom. What is the value of your movies when it's open-ended? It's got to be tough to negotiate. You know, when you're dealing with Apple or dealing with Amazon, you know how many clicks you're going to get on the movie. Amazon, it's kind of a hunting license. So what value do you put on your movies per view?
Well, the way that we look at it is comparable to, say, the kind of deals we might do in the television space if we were selling to a television basic cable channel or a broadcaster. And Netflix was very aggressive and a great management team. They have tremendous customer service. And so for us, we viewed them just as if we sold to another cable operator. So that was an easy way to do it in that regard, different than, say, the transactional model where you're right, it's basically more based upon clicks. I will tell you, though, we still think there's a place for both. We're very hopeful that Apple and other players will continue to grow the transactional business, and we are very bullish on the opportunity of digital cloud locker services where consumers can buy content and access it interoperably across multiple devices and really create a unique environment where if you want to be a subscriber, you can go to Netflix, places like that. If you want to buy content and own it, you can go to Apple, hopefully Google, other people like that.
So if this is $100 million over 5 years, is this ratably $20 million a year, or is Netflix going to pay more up front to get this deal now?
Well, we usually don't talk about our specific financials of a deal, but I will tell you this. With the investment that we made for $600 million to buy this library, with the existing television deals in place, the distribution and home entertainment deal we did with Lionsgate and Studio Canal, and now this digital deal with Netflix, we basically see a path to paying back our investors. So that's the reason I'm probably wearing a tux today. Everybody's pretty happy. But we know we have a long way to go. This is just a start. We have a lot of work to do to build what we believe is a pretty strong company. I mean, the one thing about Cannes, I will tell you, this is my first time here, is that it is a great time to be a content owner because there is so much demand, not only on digital, but quite frankly, the global platforms, pay TV platforms around the world that need content. Theatrical markets like Russia, that 3 years ago was viewed as an emerging market, is an established one now. And so I'm actually very optimistic and bullish. And I know our investors, Tom Barrick and such, are incredibly excited because we're seeing the fruits of our vision when we originally bought the company.
Mike, you mentioned Google. You said there are more steps to come. Are you going to have a deal with Google? Is that the next way to go?
Hopeful. hopeful. We're very bullish on Google, especially their Android platform, as a platform that could allow consumers to operate both on a tablet, a mobile phone, and quite frankly, the TV. I also wouldn't underestimate Facebook. I was involved heavily when I was at News Corp in the acquisition of MySpace, and I know a little bit about the social media environment, and there's no one stronger, we believe, ultimately, to integrate data and provide very interactive experiences to consumers, and so we're hopeful Facebook also comes to the table as well.
So, Mike, why does this deal happen with Netflix first? Is it to show how hungry they are to get deals done? Or for you, it's a known player with known economics?
Listen, I've known the management team there for a while, in particular Ted Sarandos. And like I said, they are trailblazers. They've always been. I think they looked at us, they looked at our content, our one-of-a-kind brand, our 4 of the last 15 Best Pictures, 285 Academy Award nominations, and they realized that that was value for them to increase subscribers beyond their existing base. And so they were very aggressive and focused, and it came to us, and it was a very, fairly easy deal for us to do. But again, I think the bigger issue for us was, do we want to be solely Netflix, or do we want to allow other people to come on in? And we believe it's important to have multiple players, not just for Miramax, but for the entire industry.
Mike, very quickly, how late are you going to be out tonight? You're still wearing the tux.
Yeah, listen, this is my first time actually at the festival. I've never really been here before, and I had no idea that people stay up till 4 in the morning. So, I scheduled meetings at 8 in the morning, and I'm the only person at the meeting. So hopefully it won't be too late at night.
Mike, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us here on Bloomberg West. Mike Lang of Miramax.